Good morning, everyone. Welcome to day 24 of our beef, butter, bacon, and eggs challenge. My name is Dawn, and this channel is Dawn Does Keto. This channel is all about my accountability and my personal journey on the ketogenic diet. I also noticed that this challenge is labeled 30 days of beef, butter, bacon, and eggs, but because we're doing it in January and we're doing it the whole month, we're actually going to be doing 31. So the last day will be day 31 of 30. So Mike is getting a bonus day. Today's going to be a little bit different because I have a hair appointment today. I'm getting my hairs did. So I have to go do that immediately following helping my mother-in-law today. I have already told Mike that I am not going to be eating dinner at home tonight. Because I will start dashing later than normal, I want to work a little bit later. This is a very busy week with my granddaughter's birthday party, so it really is cutting into the time that I have to work this week. I'm watching the girls on Thursday. I have to go shopping. I have food to make. I'm decorating on Friday. I'm really going to be limited on my work time, so tonight I am going to work a little bit later and we are not going to sit down and have dinner together. That being said, I'm going to take some extra food with me today, and right next door to where I get my hair done is a Wendy's, so I will probably swing through Wendy's and just get some hamburger patties, which I know Mike doesn't want anyway. He said he'll probably just do bacon and eggs for dinner. You ladies all know that when you're getting your hair done that you have that time where you're just sitting and you're processing. So I'm going to take my book with me so I can read my chapter for the day while my hair is processing. I am also getting ready to make my fat coffee. So actually I'm going to get that started. And I'm taking 2 hard-boiled eggs, some butter bites, some baggy bacon, and ½ ounce of pork rinds with me in the car. And I will also have my water with my electrolytes. I'm going to take my electrolyte tablet now. I think that's it. I'm going to have a heavier afternoon meal, and then I'm just going to fast until tomorrow, because otherwise when I get home from dashing tonight, it's just going to be too late for me to eat. We will still film our wrap up and talk about the chapter in our video tonight when I get home, so stay tuned for that. Okay, so I'm all done getting my hair done. Don't I look completely different? Just kidding. It looks exactly the same. So I did stop at Wendy's, like I said before, and I got 3 hamburger patties, and it cost $4.50. So that's actually pretty reasonable, I think. I asked them to put mustard on it, and they did not. It's literally just 3 hamburger patties. That's what it looks like. And I have my own bacon that I brought from home and my hard-boiled eggs and all that. So it's now about 2 o'clock. So this is going to be an OMAD day for me. So I will eat this and then I will be done for the day. Just a quick food update before I start working. I drank my fat coffee. I had my 2 hard-boiled eggs, 1 piece of bacon, 1/2 of a piece of bacon, and all 3 burger patties, and I am stuffed. So I still have the rest of my baggy bacon, my pork rinds, and my butter bites. So I'll probably eat those in a few hours when I'm still like in my eating window on the road. I'm definitely not gonna starve tonight. Of course, I come to my first pickup and look, they have all these mustard packets. If I had just come here before I ate my burger. Together again.
Yeah, like what the heck's going on?
It's been a long day and we've been apart most of it.
Yeah.
It's 10 o'clock at night, guys. This is crazy.
I think all of the subscribers were starting to wonder, where's Mike?
No.
Like, did you forget about him?
Did you notice anything?
No.
About me?
Well, I did, but I mean, you're just asking me because we're on camera. I mean, come on.
Do I look completely different?
You look 10 years younger, honey.
Okay.
10 years, easy.
So you guys have said that you kind of enjoy the DoorDash stories, and I kind of have one for you today. One of the places that I went to pick up today was called Crumble Cookie, and I don't know if you guys have one of these in your area, but it's a cookie store, and let me tell you guys that sugar addiction is a real thing. The lines for the store are insane. It's like they're waiting for a ride in an amusement park. It's ridiculous. People are complaining about how expensive expensive keto is and how much the food costs, and that a dozen eggs costs $4. Guys, I'm going to put it up on the screen and I'm going to tell you guys, look at the prices of these cookies. A single cookie is $4.30. You could get an entire dozen eggs for one cookie.
I've been to Crumble Cookie as well. I have picked up there for DoorDash as well. I can verify the lines and people waiting for 15, 20 minutes to get a box of 4, which is like the standard package that they offer.
Yeah, granted, they're like this big. Still, that's one cookie.
Yeah.
And 4 of them is basically $14. A 6-pack is $21.50. A party pack, which is a dozen, is $36.55. Again, it just blows my mind that people can say, oh, I can't afford to eat that and I can't afford to eat this, but yet they'll go to Starbucks and spend $5 on one drink. They'll go to a cookie place and it's because of the sugar. They're addicted to sugar. They feel like that's worth it. Even for keto treats, they're like, oh, that's way too expensive. If something's like works out to be a couple dollars for, a keto snack. Mm-hmm. But then all those people, no one bats an eye at spending $4.30 on a cookie.
Nope. And then to have them DoorDashed on top of it. So
you're really paying money for it.
Right, so you're paying for that 4-pack. That's what I delivered, was a 4-pack. Mm-hmm. So you're paying that, you said $14, right?
Right.
And then the dasher fees on top of it.
Yeah.
So you're probably paying $25 or $30 when you add all the fees and everything.
If you tip your driver and all that kind of stuff.
For a 4-pack of oversized cookies.
Yeah, I was just standing there waiting for my order, and I'm looking at just the crowd of people, and I just could not. I saw the sign with the prices, and it just totally blew my mind. Mm-hmm. I couldn't believe it. So anyway, just wanted to mention that before we kind of jump into our chapter from Dr. Berry's book tonight. So the chapter tonight is about fiber. And I bet you there was no fiber in those cookies.
Probably not.
So the lie tonight is fiber is good for you and you should try to get as much fiber in your diet as possible. Fiber will help with constipation and irritable bowel syndrome, or IBS. Fiber will help prevent diverticulitis and probably even colon cancer. Thoughts?
Yeah, I've got thoughts on this chapter. So I read this chapter, and like many, many people, I tried to increase fiber in my diet previously. Mm-hmm. Now, for me, that entailed eating an apple a day, keeps the doctor away, and adding fiber to my water.
Like Benefiber, those sticks?
Little packets that you add to your water.
And he's eaten an apple a day as long as I can remember. Yeah. We're talking years and years and years.
As Dawn and I were discussing a little bit before we got on camera here, the chapter talks about that fiber is not as important as it's been made out to be. It's not necessarily saying it's bad for you. And I can say from somebody who I didn't eat a ton of fiber, like I didn't load up on it, but I tried to increase my dietary fiber for the simple reason that it did help me go to the bathroom. I can't deny that. So I'm not going to sit here and badmouth the chapter or the book or Dr. Berry or fiber in general.
But do you think that you needed that fiber because you were eating all the sugar and carbs and you needed that fiber to kind of push through your system?
So, yeah,
And maybe now, it's not necessary as much because your diet has changed?
That could very well be. Again, what I'm saying is that it may not be as necessary as we thought it was. However, I don't feel that it's necessarily bad for you. Doesn't mean you got to load up on it. Even Dr. Berry says that he eats foods with fiber in it occasionally. He doesn't go out of his way to make sure that he gets a lot of fiber. And we don't now either. I'm just saying that it benefited me when it came to going to the bathroom. There's just no doubt about it.
Right.
Now, again, since then, when I started keto, I was still eating my apple a day. Yeah. I told Dawn, I said, this one thing I just got to make sure, because I don't like having issues going to the restroom. I don't think anybody does. I don't think anybody wants to go to the restroom and have pain or discomfort, constipation, right? So I continued to eat an apple a day, and the results were basically the same. But I have not had an apple in quite some time. It's been a while.
Well, definitely not this month.
And definitely not this month, but even longer than that, I haven't really had any. And the increased fat in my diet seems to have replaced the fiber.
Yeah. I mean, I don't feel constipated at all.
And I have not either. So I can say that
we don't go to the bathroom every day because at the beginning of the month I was going more frequently. But now that my body's kind of gotten used to it, I'm not going to the bathroom daily. And I think it's just, and I've heard that you are actually using your fuel more efficiently, and you're using the energy that you're eating and you're not expelling as much. So you don't need to go to the bathroom as much. I just want to touch on real quick that he says that fiber is an undigestible plant matter that passes through the digestive tract and expelled unchanged in the feces. So a lot of times if you eat something that's high in fiber, you will see it when you go to the bathroom, like it comes back out because you're not digesting it.
Right.
But lately, especially with keto, because you can subtract when you're doing net carbs those fibers because it does just pass through your body. Keto companies are playing the fiber game where they're adding large amounts of fiber for sweetness and different things like that, so that you can say, oh, this item only has 1 net carb. If you're eating high amounts of fiber in keto treats and snacks, your body is going to digest some of that. You're not going to pass all of that. So just keep that in mind. If you are a person who follows net carbs, they're loading up the fiber intentionally.
Yeah, you'll notice when we do break down the box, a lot of the stuff that we look at when we look at the ingredients and we look at the numbers, the carbs and all that stuff.
It'd be like 17 total carbs, but 14 of them are fiber.
We always say that they're playing the fiber game. And that's how they get away with claiming that their food is low carb.
So of course, the researchers are saying, oh, people who eat high fiber diets are healthier. But Dr. Berry is saying that's not necessarily just from eating high fiber. People who tend to eat high fiber and more fruits and vegetables also just tend to be healthier people. They are non-smokers, they exercise more, they don't drink alcohol, they don't eat heavily processed foods. So it could be all those other things too that are helping them to be healthy, and not just the high fiber. The studies are just flawed, basically, is what he's saying.
So that just goes back to what I was saying earlier, that fiber may not be necessary like we thought it was, but if you eat foods that are higher in fiber and not the processed stuff,
processed foods,
not added
foods.
Right, whole foods,
right.
And not added the added fiber that, in the factory, it's not going to hurt you.
Yeah.
In most cases, that's not going to harm you.
But Dr. Berry did say that there was a study that showed the participants who ate less fiber actually had fewer symptoms of constipation. And also there are 2 large studies that show that there was no colon health benefits to eating more fiber.
I just remember reading too, now that we're talking about things like that it's also been discovered that eating a lot of fiber can actually be an irritant and also prevent the absorption of other nutrients and things that you need from food, because it's not digestible, and so that it basically, as it's passing through, prevents that stuff from being absorbed, and then it in turn gets flushed out of the system as well. So again, not saying that it's preventing you from being healthy, but it could limit what what your body absorbs and some of the stuff that you need.
Right. And he also says that people who are on a carnivore diet, which is, no plants and no fiber at all, for years they've been reporting no constipation and no increased risk of diverticulitis or colon cancer. And that's people coming from people who have 0 fiber in their diet.
Right. And there's something to be said too about, in the animal kingdom, right? There's animals that are carnivore. Mm-hmm. They eat all meat and they eat no plant, and they have no problems going to the restroom. Now, I know we're not those animals, but it just goes to show you that's if every animal...
But typically our ancestors ate few vegetables, few fruits. They did eat more meat because it was more available. The fruits and vegetables were very limited and only in season and hard to find. So, our bodies are not really necessarily made for eating all of the fruits and vegetables. So we're going to keep this short and sweet tonight, guys, because it is late. I got to get this video edited and Mike has to go to bed, unfortunately.
Yep. I got to see my wife for about 10 minutes.
Right.
Well, no, 15 if you count how long we've been on camera right now.
Yeah, it took 15 minutes to record this. This is our quality time.
Yeah. Marriage tip number 1, if you want to keep your marriage strong, don't see each other all day and then see each other for about 15 minutes on video and go to bed.
We did talk today.
No, I know.
We didn't see each other, but we do talk on the phone. So this is the end of, oh my gosh, what is today? Today's the 24th. End of day 24.
Mm-hmm.
A week from today, at this time, we will be
wrapping it up.
done. Yeah.
Yep. We will be saying sayonara for the daily vlog of BBBE and going back to the, once or twice a week and keeping all of you on the edge of your seat as you anticipate the next video.
I'm excited about next week. Tuesday, we have a couple things. We told you guys we're doing the interview with Ready Set Keto. That will be the last day of beef, butter, bacon, and eggs. And we will have to do a video on Wednesday because Wednesday morning will be our weigh-in after it's all done. And we will have to do a video for our final results. So I'm excited about that, but also a little bit nervous, I have to admit.
I'm not nervous at all because I feel like I've dropped a ton of weight.
I'm kind of nervous about going back to eating vegetables and stuff.
Oh, yeah,
I'm worried about how my body is gonna react.
I don't think it's gonna be that bad of a transition. You've done this before,
right? I don't remember, but that was a year ago. I don't really remember.
It's not like we're gonna wake up Wednesday morning and just eat a whole bag of green beans.
I think the first thing off of BBBE that I'm having is a raspberry cheesecake keto chow creamy. That's what I've been wanting, and I think that's literally going to be the first thing that I have.
We've discussed what we're going to do for dinner that night.
Oh, we're doing wings, aren't we?
We're doing wings for dinner, so.
Yeah.
We haven't had chicken this whole month, and
that'll be Wednesday night.
Wings is one of our favorite keto meals, and so that's what we're going to do.
Yeah. Also, I will be starting a February challenge, which we are going to talk with you guys about in another video before the end of the month. It's going to be very basic, and I'll go over kind of the guidelines of what I'm going to be doing, and we will update you on that too. So we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Have a good evening.